At Better Bearings, we're all about better service. We know what we're talking about. If you've got problems, give us a call.
I'm Grenade and you're watching Down Under Derby TV.
Controlling audio from there?
Not for the house.
No.
Too loud?
Yes. Who's controlling that? Okay.
I can go get it.
That'd be great, thank you.
5 seconds! Still over on the class setup.
So are you doing Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't. So is that live now? Oh, because I was.
I don't think it's. It's recording. I don't think it's live.
Okay, cool. So is it recording on there?
It's recording.
There. So I don't need to record here.
black 131.
This is real. This is
reorganize this because this is bad.
Has this ever happened to you? fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley.
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
Easy to maintain. Our high-end bearings are self-healing, and all of our bearings are easy to maintain.
Okay, we are back for the second half at the Quad Save the Queen tournament hosted by Canberra Roller Derby League. We are coming to you live from the Canberra Tuggeranong Basketball Centre. First jam in, we have Very Bad jamming for the Vice City Rollers. Against number 22, Micro Machine, getting forced out there by Bubble O'Kill and Behemoth Rhapsody. Lead jammer for this jam is Very Bad. She has been having a stellar game in the first half of this game. Just giving you a score update for the second half. We have Canberra Vice City Rollers 163 and against the Sydney Snipers on 20 points. Just to introduce myself, my name is PG Keane from Canberra Roller Derby League.
And I'll be here with Nick Sleaze Owen from Varsity Derby League.
You're having an identity crisis, Nick.
Yes.
Oh, Sleaze.
Forgot my name for a minute.
Depending on what day of the week it is, it's either Nick or Sleaze. But getting back to the game, we have Very Bad. She's lead jammer. She's got 4 points for the Vice City Rollers. Micro Machine, not too far behind her. Getting forced out there by Behemoth Rhapsody. Bambi, said Bambi. Bambi Bad. That's Very Bad. Getting through.
Looks like we're all having name
points.
problems today.
A little bit. We're just probably shaking off some of the frost here. It is freezing here in Canberra. And Very Bad coming through for another scoring pass. Meanwhile, Behemoth Rhapsody getting sent to the penalty box for a forearms. A 4-point pass there. Micro Machine still in the pack. Snipers really trying to get an assist off the line here to try and get her some points. Levi Strides coming through for an assist, but also just watching where Very Bad is and not wanting to give Enway any points. Number 94 from Sydney. Sent for a multiplayer block.
And that jam running for the full 2 minutes with both teams picking up points.
My mistakes, that was actually number 131 Stocks from Sydney. So I'm just going to see if I can do a quick rundown of the teams for the Snipers. We have 131 Stocks. Number 14, Lowdown Hoedown. 122, Stockard Slamming. Number 22, Micro Machine. 23, Icy Red. I will come back to that later. Meanwhile, we have Chaos jamming for the Vice City Rollers. Number 22, Micro Machine is in the penalty box starting for this jam. Chaos getting an easy pass there. Lead jammer coming through for a 5-point pass for Vice City Rollers. Pack advantage going to Vice City Rollers. 3 to defend for the Snipers, having to yield, giving Chaos another 5 points.
At the end, I think. And Sydney Roller Derby League have now got their full team back on the track, including their jammer. And it looks like there's been a star pass. So number 22, Micro Machine, has taken the panty off and dummy star passed, tricking even me.
I have seen her do that before in the first half. It was a bit of a trick for the jammer, just so she can get through. No points there for the Snipers. And Chaos calling off the jam, bringing the points up to 197 for the Vice City Rollers. Snipers on 24. Jamming for the Snipers, we have Feisty Cuffs, captain for the Snipers, against Freudian Slit for the Vice City Rollers. Freud getting forced to the inside there by Levi Strides. And Feisty Cuffs being brought back by Bowie.
Two of the stronger jammers for each team out there at the moment. But the Canberra Roller Derby League, as they have been all game, just very strong in their defence and their walls, making it very tough for the Snipers jammers to get through.
Snipers defending at the front, having to yield against Freudian Slit. Stockard slamming for Snipers being sent off. That may have been out of play, but I'm not sure about that. Another forearms penalty going to Behemoth Rhapsody. I'm going to have to confer back to the penalty board. She's gotten a few in this game so far. And a back block being dealt to Freudian Slit.
And it's a 2-on-2 pack at the moment, with a power jam to the Snipers, but one blocker for each team coming back on.
Star pass to Levi Strides there, making her way past Stone Jet, hitting her out of bounds, but getting drawn back there by Knuckles and Rainbow Spite. Stockard slamming back on the track for the Snipers, wanting to get some points for her jammer.
And Freudian Slit returning to the track now. So we have a full teams on both sides.
Some great footwork there by Freudian Slit, looking like she was going to get forced to the inside, but on her toe stops, just doing a little bit of a duck and a weave getting through there. Really busting past Stockard slamming there, getting a 4-point pass for the Vice City Rollers, and that is the end of the jam.
And Bohemia Subsidy has made her way back to the box, so I believe she's on 6 penalties now. She's going to have to be careful if she doesn't want to foul out.
That's Behemoth Rhapsody. I think you were thinking of Behemoth Rhapsody from Sydney Smash.
Again, yes.
Bit of a shout out there for the Sydney Smash Bros. That has happened before. I was commentating with, I think it was, I can't remember, but the Sydney-Canberra final last year. Damien, gosh, what is his derby name again? Anyway, Damien and I, mustachioed gentlemen, kept calling her Behemoth Rhapsody, and it was quite amusing. Mind you, they're both very intimidating in their size and skating style.
Again, we'll blame the cold. We're still wiping the frost off our noses here in the nation's capital. That's
right. So a timeout has been called, so I'll finish the team list for the Snipers. Number 23, Icy Red, 288, Chakram. 33, Low Blow Oreo, 501, Levi Strides. Number 55, Goldie Horns. Number 55, Goldie Horns. 555, Bitchy and Scratchy. Number 72, Carnage. 89, Brett Pitt. 94, Tonya Harding. And 999, Feisty Cuffs. Meanwhile, Carnage for the Snipers has made it through. Lee Jammer for the Snipers. Very bad for Vice City Rollers, not too far behind.
And good to see the Snipers picking up another lead jammer for the game. Hopefully they can score a few more points.
That's right. Chakram was the skater to get first 4 points on the board for the Snipers.
And they call it off after picking up 3 points. So I'll take this opportunity to go through the home team, the Vice City Rollers. Lining up, we have 56, AM Chaos, 89, Anthrax, 411, Bambi Von Smasher, 88, Very Bad, 1975, Behemoth Rhapsody, got it right that time, 303, Bubble O'Kill, 604, Knuckles, 1337, Freudian Slit, 1551, Is a Belligerent, 1236, Madge, 327, Overbearing, 10, Rainbow Spike, 70, Stone Jet, Sugar Plum Crazy in K9, and Shuggle Frock in 77.
Meanwhile, Knuckles, number 604, is lead jammer for the Vice City Rollers. Number 22, Micro Machine, making it through for her initial pass. Anthrax being the last line of defense, having to let her go. Anthrax herself getting an out of play block.
Yeah, it looks like she just put her foot over the inside track boundary when she made that block, so she'll be going to the bin. And the Snipers picking up another 3 points in that jam, and they will begin this next jam with Feisty Cuffs on the line and having a 4-2 pack advantage. Lining up for the Vice City Rollers, we have AM Chaos.
And for the Snipers, we have the captain, Feisty Cuffs. Pack advantage going to Sydney for blockers with 2 for Vice City. Feisty Cuffs really wanting to line up a good defense from the Sydney blockers before she makes her pass. Having to get...
Bublo, Kill and Anthrax making it very difficult, but she finally gets through and picks up lead jammer.
That is Rainbow Spite on the track there. Anthrax is still to come out of the penalty box, which she has now done. Mind you, when all these athletes are similar in their skating style, it's very easy to get them mixed up. Chaos getting through for a 4-point pass there. And Feisty Cuffs being dealt with a track cut penalty as the jammer, so Chaos is now on a power jam.
And this jam will run for the full 2 minutes, with Feisty Cuffs picking up lead jammer and then losing that after her penalty. And some good defense there by the Snipers.
Oh, some great footwork there by Chaos, making it forwards, backwards on one skate, but she fell down, but she was already clear out of the pack. A 5-point pass there for Vice City Rollers. She is an incredible skater, having skated for Team Finland and from Stockholm Roller Derby, from the homeland, from Finland. So shout out to all the Finnish skaters watching.
And our Finnish referees, in particular Shags, who I had the pleasure of refereeing with when he was down here in Australia.
Yes, hoping that he'll come and skate with us again soon. Chaos coming through for a 4-point pass as Feisty Cuffs is back on the track, being blocked there by Bambi Bond Smasher, Pablo Kill and Rainbow Spite. Anthrax back in the bin again. I'll have to be watching her penalties in this second half of the game. Just a score update, Canberra's Vice City Rollers on 246 points, Snipers on 30 points.
34 now, they've just picked up 4 points.
Oh, I always call that just at the end of the jam. We need to wait, be patient for my points to be coming through on the scoreboard there. Carnage jamming for Sydney Snipers and Very Bad for the Vice City Rollers. She has been having an incredible jamming game. Her first game on the chartered Vice City Rollers team, and putting some of the first points on the board for Canberra's Vice City Rollers. She is unopposed as Chakram has gone to the penalty box.
So another power jam for the Canberra Roller Derby League Vice City Rollers.
Some great defense here from Sydney, and almost a whole lap before Very Bad was able to get through. Lead jammer, so far unopposed in this jam.
And Carnage now out off the box before Very Bad can have her second scoring pass completed.
Some great blocking here from Low Blow Oreo, Stockard slamming, and Chakram really holding back Very Bad.
And Barry making it through now for a 4-point pass.
Chakram still to make her initial pass. Knuckles really holding her back, but having to yield. bad. Forced to call the jam there. 2 points extra for the Vice City Rollers, and Chakram putting 2 points on the board for the Snipers, bringing their score up to 36 points to the Vice City Rollers 252. Apologies. I had Chakram on the brain. That was actually carnage jamming in that last
Yet
jam.
again, we're here making mistakes with the names
I've got
off.
stars in my eyes. These Snipers, they're really amazing. Really amazing players. I got to play with some of them last weekend at their home game, and that was really enjoyable. I hope to do that again another time.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Micro Machine jamming for the Snipers, and Bubble O'Kill for the Vice City Rollers. Stone Jet and Rainbow Spite being sent to the penalty box for the Vice City Rollers. Pack advantage going to Sydney Snipers.
Sydney Snipers still as yet able to get past the 2 wall of Canberra Derby League, and now they finally break through.
Baby Von Smasher, the only blocker on the track for the Vice City Rollers right now.
3 players in the box, and Nux will be returning to the track and be in the queue.
See, it's this last point of the game where Vice City Rollers really wanting to not give any points away, but can sometimes get a little bit crazy at this last point of the game.
Especially as fatigue sets in for the players, and you may not be thinking as clearly as you were in the early stages of the game.
Possibly. I mean, you take risks in Derby, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Just wanting to do a shout out to anyone watching the stream. It looks like we are back
Up
on track.
and running, finally.
Very good to hear.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, big shout out to Jared from Down Under Derby. It's such an honour to be able to do the stream for you from the Quad Save the Queen tournament. That's also being streamed through WFTDA TV.
And Feisty Cuffs picking up a track cut there for the Snipers. Despite having the pack advantage, they weren't able to take advantage of that.
That's right, Freudian Slit jamming for the Vice City Rollers. Making it through, she is now lead jammer.
And a 4-on-4 pack now, so the advantage with the CRDL Vice City Rollers. But some good counter blocking there by Bowie, clearing the path for Freudian Slit to make it through for another easy pass.
It's always great having Bowie as an assist. That's to be sure, just will blow that pack apart.
She is very strong, especially at chasing the jammer down to the front of the engagement zone and knocking them out at the last moment.
That's right. Some really great bracing here from the Snipers.
2 very strong walls from both teams at the moment. The jam is going absolutely nowhere.
Feisty Cuffs back on the track, being forced back by Behemoth Rhapsody and Rainbow Spite. Stuck at slamming, coming through for an assist, but looks it was a clockwise block. She did step backwards there in the wrong direction, so she'll be spending some time in the penalty box. Oh, Knuckles forcing back Feisty Cuffs here. Feisty taking a little bit of time to compose herself and just wanting to play cleanly. Nux getting hit on the inside there, but footwork not quite as steady as she thought. She got a track cut penalty there.
And Behemoth Rhapsody has picked up her 7th penalty, so I believe she will now be fouled out of the game and have no further part.
Yeah, a bit of a loss there for the Vice City blocking pack.
Definitely.
Behemoth Rhapsody being fouling out in just under, not quite 10 minutes to go. It's 12 minutes down, so I'm trying to do my maths, and I obviously need another coffee, but
It's still very early in the morning.
it is when you're up at crack of dawn before the birds. It's
Yes, waking up before the sun is not something we're used to in the Derby world, that's for sure.
Well, it's a very special time. It's the 3rd tournament hosted here in Canberra by Canberra Roller Derby League, and the 2nd tournament in which Varsity Derby League, our sister league in Canberra, are joining us.
Yes,
this
it's always a
weekend
pleasure
in,
for all those
Pool
girls
2.
to be here.
That's right. I'm very excited to be able to watch you girls play, because you play a lot in the 5x5 tournament, being joined by fellow 5x5 players, Southside Derby Dolls, S2D2. The Force will be playing in Pool 2 later on today.
As well as the Snipers, who you are seeing on screen at the moment. The Snipers were a very late addition to the 5x5 tournament when one of the teams had to pull out, and literally with little more than a week's notice they agreed to join the competition and effectively save it.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, when you're that close and you want to get as much experience as possible, then what else can you say? Just a little update here in the penalty box. K9 Sugar Plum Crazy has replaced Behemoth Rhapsody in the penalty box, as Behemoth fouled out in the last jam, so the penalty still needs to be fulfilled. So Sugar Plum Crazy has taken that position.
Yes, and we have Very Bad taking on Carnage, and it looks like Very Bad has picked up lead jammer. No, it's gone to Carnage. It was a very close decision there. I'm sure the jam refs had to have a quick little discussion about it.
Yes, I do believe that Carnage got through first, but Isa Belligerent sucked her back into the pack. I think Izzy has herself gone to the bin for not yielding in time, but still enough time for Very Bad to catch up. Very Bad getting through for 4 points, but Carnage wanting to keep the jam going to pick up those remaining points that are hers. They belong to her. She wants them. Pack advantage to Vice City Rollers. Knuckles and Sugar Plum Crazy back on the track defending. Carnage wanting to get those points, and Very Bad also coming out of the pack. 4 points apiece for Vice City and the Snipers.
The Snipers have now all their blockers back on the track, and we'll see if they can hold up Very Bad for a little while and allow their jammer through for some more points. So a 3-1 advantage on that scoring pass, but the Vice City Rollers picked up 9 points to the Snipers 7 in that jam. With 11 minutes left on the clock, we have the CRDL Vice City Rollers on 284 and the Sydney Roller Derby League Snipers on 47.
Bambi Von Smasher jamming for Vice City Rollers against 2-2 Micro Machine. First one through the pack, but getting stuck behind a Vice City Roller wall. Bambi Von Smasher having to get past Chakram on the outside.
Bambi Von Smasher through for Lee Jammer. The Team Australia representative there showing all her skill.
That's right, Bambi Von Smasher joining Shortstop and Shuggle Frock as part of the Team Australia training team. Bambi Von Smasher and Shortstop got to play in the World Cup, which was incredible. A 5-point pass there for Bambi Von Smasher.
We have also had another foul out, this time Stocks from the Snipers has picked up her 7th penalty, and she also will take no further part in this game.
I was wondering why she took a while to skate to the penalty box. I think she realised that her time was up. And I do believe there may be someone replacing her in the penalty box. Perhaps I'll have to confirm that.
It will depend if her 30 seconds is up or not at the end of a jam, but at the moment they will not replace her.
So another 5 points going to Vice City Rollers on 299 points to Sydney Snipers on 47 points.
And a timeout called here by the home team, the Vice City Rollers. That will give us a minute to thank all our sponsors and staff who are making this event happen. Of course, the Canberra Southern Cross Club and the Tuggeranong Basketball Stadium. St John's Ambulance for all the medical support that they will supply over the weekend. Sports Medicine Australia for any physio that players may require. Sports Tech Clinic as well, also providing the physio. Canberra Spit and Party Hire.
Ooh,
Sounds
Spit
yummy.
Party. spit party? Spit roast.
Maybe we can hire one of those for the after party. Sweet to the bone. Eclipse, and of course Down Under Derby TV, who are making all these streams possible for you at home. And of course we have to thank all our officials and volunteers. You guys absolutely make this game possible, so thank you very much to everyone, and of course to all the players who have travelled from all over Australia to be here.
Yeah, it's really great having everyone converge here in Canberra. It's an opportunity to let people know that, you know, there's lots of things to do in Canberra, but also we create our own entertainment and opportunities here in the nation's capital. So Feisty Cuffs jamming for these snipers, getting a great assist there from Icy Red.
And she is through for lead jammer. Freudian Slit still stuck behind a very strong wall of the snipers. Getting knocked to the inside of the track once again.
Stockard Slamming having a great blocking game here. Really good at her assists, but also forcing out the jammers. But I mean, all of the blockers here for the snipers are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
4 points there for the snipers.
Again, worth pointing out that this is Sydney Roller Derby League's B team taking on the Canberra Roller Derby League A team, who, as we mentioned before, are one of the top teams in the country. I believe they finished third at last year's Great Southern Slam, which is pretty much an Australia-wide competition with dozens and dozens of teams. So they did very well to finish third in that competition.
That's right. The playoffs for third and fourth was actually Vice City Rollers versus Assassins, the A team that are currently playing Perth. I looked over and the Assassins are dominating Perth in this the game over on track 2. Meanwhile, this game, Bambi Von Smasher lead jammer against Carnage for the snipers, getting through an easy 4 points, calling off the game, the jam.
Game's still got 7.5 minutes to go before we can
I
call
don't
that
want to
one
get
off.
ahead of myself.
So a score update now. The Canberra Roller Derby League Vice City Rollers have cracked the 300 mark, leading the snipers 303 to 51.
303 is also Bubble's number.
We'll see if they can make it to Over's number next and get to 327.
Okay, so Knuckles jamming for Vice City Rollers against Micro Machine. Knuckles not waiting for anyone to bust a hole for her. She'll make her own holes to get through for lead jammer. Micro Machine about half a lap away. Lowdown Hoedown being the last line of defense there, but getting knocked down herself. 4 points there for Knuckles, none to Carnage in that last jam.
And Barry Bad stepping up to the jammer line for the Vice City Rollers again against the captain of the Snipers, Feisty Cuffs. Currently, the Snipers have a 4-3 pack advantage. We'll see if they can take advantage of that.
Very bad, caught behind a really strong bracing wall there by the Snipers. Meanwhile, Chaos is doing some great blocking with Bubbles and Stone Jet for the Vice City Rollers. Tonya Harder came up to defend.
Feisty Cuffs making it through for another lead jam. She's really performed well in this second half as the jammer for the Snipers.
I think the trick in this part of the game is to just be patient and try and take as much time as you need. Oh,
she's copped
Feisty
a
Cuffs, I think
heavy hit.
Yeah, I think the jam was either called or she called it off. Getting a bit of a knock there and just really watching her head. I'm hoping that she doesn't have a concussion, but she may need to sit out the next 3 jams just to make sure everything is okay. So we'll check in on her in just a little while.
So a 4-2 pack advantage to the Snipers here, with Freudian Slit stepping up for the Vice City Rollers.
Freudian Slit giving a little bump to Carnage there into the Vice City blockers, Bambi Von Smasher and Anthrax. Freudian Slit through on the inside line for lead jammer for the Vice City Rollers.
And Bambi and Anthrax doing a fantastic job with just the two of them holding up Carnage there. She finally makes her way through.
Freudian slip looking like she wanted to call off the jam, but I think at that point she wanted to get Stone Jet out of the penalty box. So there.
Take up a bit more time on the game clock, so you have a full pack in the next jam.
That's right. There was a risk of giving away points, and I think a few points were awarded to Carnage in that last jam. But when you're ahead, when you're ahead by 200 and something points, I think you can take the risk.
A 4-2 jam is okay.
I'm not sure if this game will affect their rankings, but I do know that they're keeping that in mind this weekend. They'll be playing Rector City later on in the tournament and wanting to get as much headway in point differentials at this tournament here at Quad Save the Queen.
And with so many WOOFTA leagues here this weekend, we have a number of both regulation and sanctioned games on offer. So teams will be doing everything they can to help their points ranking and move up the table.
And Micro Machine getting sent to the penalty box as jammer. So Knuckles is unopposed. 4 points going to Vice City on that pass.
Joining her in the box is Low Blow Oreo.
Oh, an easy inside line pass there. Squeezing past Levi Strides on the inside there, getting a 5-point pass for Vice City Rollers. Snipers setting up a 3-wall brace. Pack advantage going to Vice City. Spite coming forward for Vice City to knock up that brace wall a little bit. Knuckles getting through, taking a bit of a knee.
Calling
slide,
the jam
Rockstar.
off. It looked like about half a second after the Snipers jammer was released, so they won't get the advantage of the power jam start this jam. And Feisty Cuffs has made her way back to the track, which is excellent to see. She obviously wasn't too heavily affected by that knock.
Yes, I'm not sure if the 3-jam sit-out was enforced, but I think the referees might have done a check on her and just said, if you feel right to play, then you can, and she is really trying to bust up that 4-wall brace. Stone Jet doing a really great job at steering that pack to make sure that Feisty Cuffs does not get around. Almost made it through on the outside, but took a bit of a fall there.
Looks like she may have tripped over one of her own teammates' legs there. In a friendly fire.
Chaos through for lead jammer for Vice City. And Blockers just wanting to get a few points there for Chaos. And Chaos was forced to the outside and forced to call. She doesn't look too unhappy about it. She's just happy to be here.
She's had a strong game so far, Chaos.
Oh, it's really great having her skating with the league. She's done a really great job in fitting in really well in some of the home games, but also the representative games here.
Absolutely. And I guess you can even say we've got an international presence here then this weekend with her.
We do. We've got her from Finland. We've got some skaters from New Zealand. We've got some Canadians here. It's a really great way of Derby bringing everyone together.
And Bambi making her way through on the inside, avoiding some blocking, showing some excellent avoidance skill there. Meanwhile, Carnage has been knocked back to the end of the engagement zone.
Very bad having a blocking jam here. She's been jamming quite a lot, and I really love watching her. Her blocking is just so precise and on point that it's great to see her blocking as well. Anthrax being the last line of defense for Carnage. And having to yield. Bambi Von Smasher trying to see if they can eat the baby a little bit.
And there we go.
And Bubble O'Kill coming through. Bubble O'Kill and Anthrax coming up, but Bubble took a bit of a fall there. Anthrax getting a failure to reform penalty. Best laid plans. Bubble O'Kill just looking a little bit sheepish there, but she just is really great at laughing those things off. A timeout being called there by Vice City Rollers, seeing if they can get in one more jam at the end of this game. Score update, Vice City Rollers on 343, Snipers on 53.
And with 10 seconds remaining on the game clock, I'm pretty sure this will be our last jam once the teams have a little 1 minute breather, and the referees too.
And really, although the Snipers are behind in points, they have played phenomenally.
Absolutely, yes.
Just really giving it their all. They're not giving these points away to Canberra by any means. And I think this will really help them in all of the other games that they play this year. I think there are a few more rounds of 5x5 to go.
There are 2 more rounds of the 5x5 and then the finals. So they could have another 2 games potentially, because I believe one of those 2 rounds they do have the bye. But it's been good watching them in the 5x5. They have improved every single game. As I said, coming into the competition with basically no notice whatsoever. They've just improved as the season has gone on, and they're showing again here today how hard they're making Canberra Roller Derby League work for their points, that they really are improving game by game.
That's right. And once you've played the number 3 team in the country, I think
yes. If that's not
some
a
5x5 action
learning experience for
will be quite enjoyable for them.
Yes.
So looks like there are 3 blockers apiece in this jam. 1 blocker from each team in the bin. Freudian Slit getting through for lead jammer. Micro Machine about half a track away.
And the game clock has now expired, so when this jam ends, we will be finishing.
Freudian Slit through for 4 points there, and Micro Machine trying to get through for some points.
Looks like she has made her way past a couple of the Canberra Roller Derby League blockers, and she's through the pack, picks up 4 points. Good to see them, even here in the very last jam of the game, still fighting hard and still putting points on the board.
Absolutely. They're not giving up. They're not wanting to give up any more points at this last jam of the game. Freudian Slit getting through and calling it.
And the head referee blows time in that game. Our unofficial final score, 351 to 57. It has been a very enjoyable game.
Great. Well, we have just finished the first game here on track 1 at Quad Save the Queen, the Queen's Birthday long weekend tournament here in Canberra, hosted by Canberra Roller Derby League. It has been a pleasure calling this game. I need to go over to track 2. I think I'll be calling a game with Sue Rat, who's just been benching the Vice City Rollers.
Everyone's multitasking this weekend. I now need to go down and get my referee gear on.
Okay, well, signing off. My name is Peachy Keane.
And I'm Sleaze Irwin.
And we will see you later on in the tournament. See ya.
Easy to clean. Our complete maintenance packages have everything you need to keep your bearings clean and keep you rolling.